modifying, just to give an idea as far as how things work here. So in Revit, if I am basically in a new drawing right here, I'm just going to go to this right here. There's nothing in this drawing. I started this from scratch. Now notice over here on the left, it tells me where I presently am in my project browser. So where am I right now? I'm on a floor plan. And it tells me down here I'm on floor plan level 1. So this is giving me, the properties are going to give you the detail about what you're looking at. So level 1, floor plan, I'm looking at it. There's not really anything to see though, because I haven't drawn anything in it. So let's see what it looks like if there is some information. So if I go back here and I go to floor plan, question?
Can you import, say, our field plans?
We're actually going to do that tonight. We're going to do that. Okay, now check this out. So if I have this right now, I'm looking at level 1 and I'm seeing floor plan. Okay, if I grab this door, look what happened here. Now it says single flush, and it's telling me what's going on. I'm still on my level 1 floor plan, but now it's giving me detail about this drawing. And it's saying, okay, you're looking right now at a door, and it gives me information about the door. It's a single flush door, 36 inches by 80 inches, okay? So now it's on level 1, it gives me other information. Now here's what's really kind of cool about this. If I hit edit type, I can find out some other information about it. So I'm looking at this right now, and if I do any changes in here, it's going to change every one of these in my whole drawing. So I want to be very careful about that. Typically what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to make a duplicate of this existing door so I don't disturb the original, unless the original is exactly what I want. In this case it was, so I used it. So in this particular situation, 36 inches is the size of an exterior door, and 80 inches is the height in a residential project. The thickness of the door, the dimensions, it's 2 inches. The height is 6'8" and so forth. So we have that. So what's happening is anything that you click on here, it's going to give you in the properties. If I hit escape, it takes me out of there. I go back to here and I'm taking a look at this information. Now let me show you something kind of cool about how these doors work. If I click here, it flips the door swing outside. If I click it here, it flips it to go in that direction. So there's different ways to go about making that work, and I can go ahead and make that happen. Now if I click on a wall, let's see what the wall says. This is a wall that I made. It's a basic wall, an interior wall, 5 inches, but let's see what's going on inside of it. This particular wall, if I take a look at it, it gives me some information, but where the nitty-gritty is, it's under here, under edit. And in this particular situation, what I did is I want a 5-inch wall because the project we did before had 5-inch walls. So what I did is I rounded up, I used a 4-inch stud, 1/2-inch gypsum on both sides. And if I take a look at that right there, I could actually change it and say that, okay, you know what? I want this stud to be actually softwood lumber. Okay, so that's my stud. And then I could go here and say, you know what I want this to be? I want this to be gypsum wallboard on this side, 1/2-inch gypsum wallboard on that side, and then over here, 1/2-inch gypsum wallboard on that side. So now I've got gypsum wallboard on both sides and a stud in between. Total of 5 inches is my thickness. So I hit OK, and I hit apply, and hit OK, and just went ahead and changed that. And so now, if I click on this right here, it's giving me that basic wall interior right there, and it's showing what that looks like. Now, if I look at my preview right here, it shows me the preview of what that would look like. And right now, what I'm seeing is this is a floor plan view, but I could also change this to a sectional view, and that shows what it would look like in section. Okay, a stud with drywall on the side. Okay, so that's how. When I was talking last week, when I brought in that cross section, this is what I wanted you to see. This is what Revit's looking at. So when it's drawing something, when it's putting something in your drawing, it's not just lines. It's intelligent. It knows what's going on. So that being the case, there's a lot of different, it's just to unpack all this, there's just so much. But anyway, to understand what's in here though, just realize that if I grab a window, like right here, it tells me its details. This is a window sliding double, 48 inches by 36 inches. This is 60 inches by 36 inches because that's the size in floor plan 1. Over here we have a plumbing fixture. This is a tub rectangular. And right here, this is a sink. And then right here is a toilet. Okay, this is all content that is easily put into your drawing. Okay, so what's going on right here as we take a look at this right now is we have different content. And so if you want to see something different, you go to a different view in your project browser. So in this case, you got level 1, you got level 2. There's this is level 2 actually with the roof right there. You're actually seeing that from a roof point of view. You can go to 3D here, and then of course your elevations. And that's really all the content that we have in this particular one. But
One
there's a
quick question, what do you gotta say?
What's that?
You said that when you edited the one door, that it's gonna edit all the doors?
Yes, yes.
So what if you didn't want, you know, even the interior doors and everything?
Well, the thing is, here's how it works. Let me show you an example. So if I'm here, level 1, this door is a 36-inch by 8-inch door, and this door is a 36-inch by 8-inch door. Okay, so those two are the same. Okay, so if I were to go in, and if I were to edit this, and I were to say, okay, you know what I want you to be? Instead of being 36 inches, I want you to be 40 inches. Okay, I'll go ahead and say 40 inches, and I'll change the height to 7 feet. Okay, so when I do that, it's gonna, oh, that's 40 feet, that's too big. That's 40 inches, okay, 40 inches, okay. By the way, when you're working with Revit, it assumes feet, which is kind of nice. You don't have to type in inches. So if you type in 10 in Revit, it thinks you mean 10 feet. If you want inches, you have to tell it inches. So if I hit apply, notice what happened there? Did you see that wall get bigger right there? Let me show you that again, okay? I just made it go from 36 inches to 40 inches, okay? And this one did the same thing. Okay, so if I go back here, I'm just gonna make it 24 inches this time. So I'll go 24, 2 feet, just go and do that. Now watch what happens to my doors. Watch this one and watch this one, because I'm gonna do this change. I'm gonna apply. See how small it made those doors? So it does it globally, all at once. So any door that is part of that type automatically gets impacted. If I go make it 3 foot again and apply it, it makes it what it was. Is that answer your question?
Yeah, but what if it's not that? So if you made it a different type of door, I mean, what do you mean different type? I mean, do you mean different, what it's made out of, or different size, or?
Yeah, okay, well that's the thing. So what you got is those two doors were the exact same type.
Yeah.
So therefore, change one, they all get changed.
Yeah.
Okay, but in Revit, what's going to happen is you're typically going to have you're going to have probably a door schedule in a particular facility. What's going to happen is that door schedule is going to have it's not going to have 150 different types of doors. It's going to have like 5 types of doors and 30 of each kind of a thing. That's how it works. So the same way it's the same way here. So these right here, these both well actually this one. Several of these are the same size as that. We kind of put a few different ones in here just to kind of like keep you guys guessing. Okay, but any one of these that is that you insert in your drawing, if it is like another one, then those types can be changed. If you need something different than this one, though, this is a 36-inch door, you simply make a duplicate of it and make it the size you want it to be. And that's all you have to do. What's that?
What do you mean, how do you make a duplicate?
We're going to get to that.
Okay.
We're going to get to that stuff. Okay, so yeah, you're going to definitely have different things that you're going to work with. So let's just, so that's just kind of like how that works. But right now, let's just